All right, folks. This is Dylan, or as I'm known to the real world, Josh, as I'm known to people in the actual Eve online group on Facebook, Josh. Um, but as I'm known for the rest of this video, um, simply Cornholio. Cornholio! I'm Cornholio! Um, no, it's not spelled exactly the same because there's lots of other Cornholios in EVE Online. There's actually the original Cornholio, of course, but then there's me, the Cornholio, uh, who I think the way I've been forced to spell my name is quite a bit more dignified and austere, so that if I was actually raised by the royal families of the Amar Empire, my name would actually be I'm Cornholio. I'm Cornholio. Yes, I'm Cornholio. And I need TP for my bunghole. Anyway, what we're going to get into today, as the title of the video probably best surmises, is some trading. See, yeah, there's how it's spelled. Cornholio is some actual trading, and to do that, we have to locate one of our industrial ships, because we can't get much trading done in a coercer, unless it's trading lasers for salvage, but that's not what we're going to be doing. It seems like the video that we're trying to record is lagging out the game on the current internet that we're doing, so I'm going to stop the video and see if maybe using my phone as a hotspot will be faster. I don't know. It seems awfully slow right now. Wow, that is slow. Okay, so we'll stop this. So, here's a continuation of me doing a video where I was playing Cornholio and he was getting into some trading, but there was some lag in the video, only because I was actually trying to watch the video come back down the server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone. Let me see if I can find YouTube app on my phone using my cellular signal, and we'll see if my live signal really does suck and whether or not my playtime is laggy, because I'll tell you what's going on right now. For the past few months, my personal finances have been shit. So I've been forced to kind of dance from one internet provider to another. And it seems like it's fairly, we'll see by the chat how close to real time we are. Spin the ship a bit. See how close to real time we are. But what we're going to do is we need to know where our nearest bestower is so that we can do some trading. All right, that's not too far behind, considering that just a little while ago we were having some gameplay issues because we were trying to watch everything on my home internet. Alright, well, I'm not going to try and explain everything. The bottom line is, as far as you need to understand, as far as the game is concerned, I took a couple months off from streaming, and what's changed in regards to my characters' lives is Cornholio and a few other of my characters, 4 of my other characters, have formed Kador Regional Investment Syndicate. And I think the end of May is like the 3rd or 4th month that they've all been together in the same corp. And it is in alliance with Moral Ambiguity at this time. And things are going great with that alliance. And basically the reason for that is so that I can sort of feel close to home with Digital Chess Session, where 2 of my other characters are in Digital Chess Session, being my home corp. And the reason for having 5 of my characters in my own solo corp is because I like having some of my characters be able to invest their earnings into a trust fund sort of, or a savings account sort of, that allows them all to save for Plex individually. And now that Plex is doing what it does with the 500 parts per 1 Plex bits, that allows everyone to buy Plex, and so slowly each account can save up to have their own month of Omega status. So I don't need to do this as well. I know it's working, and I know there's people out there that are probably watching this. So that being said, let's actually get some stuff done, so we're not just sitting in dock and talking to myself. We have no oh, okay. So Sequest is in Azrael's. We have a sigil in Deepari. And man, I'm getting hungry again. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Azrael's and pick up Sequest. And from there we'll do some trading. 10 jumps, huh? Anything we need to be aware of as far as this ship is concerned? So, one of the things that we do with Kador Regional Investments is that we do a mixture of mining, and we do it for the corp. One of the things that I do personally is that I try to set up an attitude of donation, where if you're in the corp, you're in the corp because you want to help the corp be successful. So I'm not saying everybody's got to be like this, because I don't expect everyone to be like this, but it's my corp, and what I'm doing with the corp is I'm investing everything I own into the corp with 5 characters. Everything those characters own is invested into the corp. Every ISK, every ship, module, ammo, everything that they aren't presently using for a present mission or task. I just want to be aware of what this ship has got going on. All right, cool. So if we're gonna do a fight, we can. Okay, so the reason why I call it a syndicate is because in order to be considered for, there's two levels, there's two classifications of what I would consider a player in the corp. There's just a regular corpy, which if you were in the corp and there was more than just one player in the corp, I would put up a bulletin that simply said, please donate one venture hold or 5,000 units of ore of any type per day to the corporate hangar. That's simply what we ask of, not per day, but for every day that you log in. Please simply donate that much. We don't care how you get it. We don't care whether you mine for it, whether you buy it and donate it. Whatever you do to get it, just donate it. If you're in a venture, that's like a full hold, and it's like 15 minutes of your time, 15, 20 minutes of your time, and then you can go off and do whatever you want and keep all the rest of the ore that you're going to make that day. We just want one 15-minute or 20-minute load, one 5,000 unit load. If you're not in a venture, if you're in something else that's much bigger, we don't want the first hold of that ship. We still just want 5,000 units. And the reason why I've come up with this is because 5,000 units is, if you're an alpha, it's a day, it's a pretty good, it's the single most basic unit of time that we can ask you to sacrifice for the corp. And if you're not an alpha, well, why judge? I mean, so what if you're not an alpha? You've earned your right to have a lot more profit attached to your name by being in the corp, by putting in the skills, by paying for the ship and all that stuff. You've earned that right, to have a 12,000 unit procurer, mine for 12,000 units and only give up 5, and keep 7 for yourself, and then come back out and keep 12 and 12 and 12 and 12 and so on. The reason why we ask for the donation is because the corp either makes stuff with that ore or it sells the ore on the open market for cash. What we do with that cash is we dump that cash directly into the main corporate wallet, and any profit at the end of the month minus roughly 5 million credits, which pays for the rent on a lot of the offices that we have, and other cushiony expenses, gets paid out to our shareholders. So the two types of corp members that I can imagine having are just regular corp members who show up, log in, donate their daily 5,000 units of ore, and then go off and do whatever the hell they want. Or there's syndicate members, which are those who are interested in the actual mutual success of themselves and the corp, which is what a syndicate is. A syndicate is, in my definition, and based on what I've recently read and can remember, I'm not going to look it up right now, but it's a bunch of different, it's a collection of different business owners who gather for the mutual benefit and success of each other. So I'm the first one, and I'm looking for either other people who just want to be, so quote unquote, employees or foot soldiers, where all I want in order for you to be a part of the corp is 5,000 units every time you play. Just donate 5,000 units of ore. And I'm not even going to follow you around on that. I'm not even going to keep up with it. It's just a suggestion and a request. 5,000 units of ore. That's it. Doesn't even have to be expensive ore. It can be Veldspar every single time. But what I'm thinking about right now instituting is that if you're just a corp member, you would have your daily donation of 5,000 units of ore. But if you want to buy stock in the company and you want to show and actually take part in the serious profit of everybody involved, then you can buy stock in the company, get promoted to director, have access to one corporate wallet where what you are expected to do with that wallet is buy and sell things, is buy things that at a low price that you can then sell, at a high profit back into the corporate wallet and then make profit. And then every month I'll disperse into the shareholder program, to all of the shareholders. But I'm just talking to people who aren't even in the corp yet, who are possibly watching this video, who haven't even applied for the corp yet. Even if they, let's say that you are in a corp that you don't want to leave your corp, but I'm making shares available for profit. You don't have to join my corp or make up an alt to join my corp and dilute your time, but you're curious about whether or not I'm a legit deal, and you want to invest. Well, it's simple. I am a legit deal. I've paid out, in March and April, I paid out dividends to shareholders. I didn't pay out in May yet. Actually, it was February and March I paid out to shareholders. In April, I didn't because there wasn't enough profit over the $5 million that I keep. I haven't done May yet, but I'm going to soon. But every month, if there's more than $5 million in the corporate wallet, I will pay it out to the shareholders. And what that means is that if you've purchased a share of stock at 10 million ISK per share, you will get yourself a share, and every time there is dividends to be paid out on a monthly basis, you will get a share of the profits. There's I think the corp is just as much fun to have as in the game as any other game. Plus, I owe somebody a significant amount of money, and we're using his shares as security so that he doesn't constantly butt rape me every time I'm in the game. So he is the security that the corp will stay open so that I can pay him on a monthly basis. And that means that you have security that if you invest in the corp, you will get paid as well. The only thing is that I have no extra shares right now, so I have to figure out how to disperse new shares. But aside from that, I don't know what else to talk about right now, or if there's anything I should talk about. Maybe I should just go on autopilot, shut off the streaming for now, so things can speed up. Go get something to eat. Come back to this when I'm in port, and we can do some trading, and I can stream some trading. How's that sound? So we'll meet up in like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.